Hello, this is Tristan Ellison, owner of Team Tough Boxing. I hope you all are having a great week and are staying in shape and staying healthy during this tough times that we're going through. Hello, this is Tristan Ellison, owner of Team Tough Boxing. Hope you all are doing great and well over there and staying active and healthy as the time goes on. All right, today we're going to do our active adult boxing class, but we're going to switch it up and do a little something different than we normally do. I know you're used to doing some stretching and warming up a bit and going right into some boxing technique. Today, we're actually going to do some back end stuff, is what I like to call it. Stuff that nobody gets to see, and the kind of the boring stuff that boxers go through that most people don't fully understand or realize boxers must do. And that's something that is just a full stretch and mobility class today. So it'd be very different than what we normally do, just throwing punches and everything. But not so much so, because you are used to doing some mobility and stretching work with me in the beginning of each class. But today we're going to dive in and take the full 20 or 25 minutes or so just stretching and working on our mobility together, okay? This is something that I do on a weekly basis, at least once or twice a week. It's something that I have all of my boxers do as well, just to maintain full flexibility and mobility, and also stability, all right? So what I want you to do today, I know we are all at different ranges of mobility and fitness levels in regards to our bodies. So what I want you to do is maintain your maximum mobility level and go as far as you can go on each and every exercise, okay? Don't feel bad if you have to skip one or two. Get what you can get and stretch and move as far as your body allows you to, okay? Now, just follow my lead. Of course, first thing I'm going to tell you is, just like every class I tell you, focus on your breathing while doing this. Second thing is focus on your posture. You want to have a nice, strong posture throughout every movement that we do. Take your time, relax, and embrace it, all right? First thing we're going to do, I like to place my right hand on my left shoulder just to stabilize my pectoral muscle, so that way all the focus here is on my rotator cuff, my shoulders, my delts, all right? So I just want you to reach as high as you can reach. Take your time. Big thing here is nice straight arm, and reach up as high as you could, as far as your mobility level allows you to, all right? Some people may be able to go a little further than others, and that's completely fine. I'm gonna go one more here. Now I just want you to switch sides for me. Same thing. Don't forget to breathe. Try to keep that arm nice and straight in a nice, strong posture. And the reason I like to focus on a nice, strong posture is you don't want to go ahead and practice all your movements in a slouched position. We're slouched enough in our everyday activities. Go ahead and switch arms for me. Now we're going to go across our body. Yeah, we're slouched enough just by sitting at the desk at work, or driving to and from work, sitting on our couches, whatever we do. Most likely, if you're not focusing on your posture, you're most likely a little slouched, all right? So at least while we're working out, we're gonna focus on it. Give me two more here. Switch arms. And I want you to keep that arm as straight as possible, and I want you to rotate across your body as far as possible while maintaining a nice, strong core. Your hips and your core should be facing me, and that arm should be the only thing moving here. Awesome, awesome. We're almost there. I just want you to roll out them shoulders a little bit, backwards. It's just all about getting moving. Whatever you gotta do to get moving. All right, now we're gonna do some single arm, reverse arm circles here. Don't forget forget to breathe. 2 more. Good. All right. Switch arms for me. Awesome, awesome. I can feel it, I can hear it. I wonder if you can hear and feel the same over there. All right, shake it off a little bit. Now we're gonna do some tight arm circles, straight out. Just give me some tight arm circles. Again, we're still focusing on those rotated cuffs and that shoulder area, all right? Forward with the arm circles. Then as always, shake it off. Now we're going in the reverse. Don't forget to breathe. Awesome, awesome. All right. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna lay off of our delts and our rotator cuffs for just a moment. And we're gonna focus on our hips. And what I want you to do now, let me stand this way for 1 or 2. What I want you to do is have a shoulder width stance. And I want you to squeeze your glutes nice and tight. Slight bend in your knees. And now your knees are not gonna move from here on out, all right? I want you to take your squeezed glutes and shoot them straight back into the wall or wherever you were standing at, okay? A good way for me to tell you how to do this is by just simply saying, imagine that you're going to sit on a toilet seat that you don't really want to sit on, all right? That's how I want you to engage your hips going backwards. Come up, squeeze your glutes, nice and tight. Yeah. Nice and tight. We're not doing a squat here. That's why I say, pretend you're trying to sit on this toilet that you really don't want to sit on. Just really getting those hips back. I'm gonna come this way for you. Just really getting those hips back. You should feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings and in your glutes. Nice deep breaths. This is my favorite exercise out of them all here. A lot of bang for your buck right here. You're getting those quads, you're getting those hamstrings, getting those glutes, lower back, everything is just feeling good after you do these here. Go ahead and give me 1 more here. Now I want you to hold that position. Good, hold it, drop them arms. And now what I want you to do is raise your shoulder blades up to the point where you feel like you're squeezing a penny between your scapula here. All right? Slowly. Good. Take your time. 2 more for me. Last one. Hold it and come down slow. Keep that hinge position for me. I want you to bring your arms out nice and straight. And I want your head to follow your hand throughout this, all right? So just follow my lead. Up. Back to the center. Switch sides. Key here is keeping a nice straight arm and your head follow your hand. Give me 1 more each side. Awesome. Back on up. Should start to feel a little bit looser, a little bit more mobile. All right. And this is just the beginning. We're gonna keep on going. Now what we're gonna do? We're gonna touch the ground. Nice straight legs here. We're gonna touch the ground. Touch our chest. Up high as we could. I want you to really reach. Okay. All right. Come with me. Ground, chest, reach. Ground, chest, reach. All right. Really opening up everything here from the ground up. 1 more. Awesome. Now what we're going to do is open up those hips a little bit more. We're going to do single leg knee raises. All right? So what I want you to do is get a nice position. Left knee right up to the chest. Left knee only. 2 more. Good. Try to get that knee up and try to keep your hips from moving so much, all right? Try to keep those hips facing me a little bit. All right, right leg. And if you're like me, you have a deficiency in one leg or one body part, you want to attack that. You want to make sure you can do the same thing on both sides. And if you can't, you want to at least try, all right? It's a lot more strenuous on this side just to get that knee up, but I'm determined to do the same thing on my strong side and my weak side, all right? So I want you to be that way as well. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and go out to the side, all right? Same thing, shoulder width apart, feet shoulder width apart. I just want you to raise. The key here is trying to keep those hips stable. You gotta put your hand on your hip, that's fine. Keep a nice straight leg. One more, switch sides. Good, don't forget to breathe. One more. Awesome. Gonna go for just a basic body weight squat. Feet about a little bit wider than shoulder width. I'm just gonna squat down. For this purpose, it's not so much of getting our muscles tense, just opening up those hips, okay? So just like I told you to do with the hinges that we did, I want you to squeeze your glutes nice and tight at this top position. But this time you're actually bending at the knees and going all the way down for a full squat, if you could. Again, if you can't go all the way down for a squat, I want you to get down as far as you can go. Squeeze those glutes at the top, and then we'll work on getting down further and further each time you do this, all right? Give me one more. Awesome. Last thing we're gonna do standing up for right now, we're gonna go for a couple lunges. I just want you to lunge forward, take a forward lunge. Key here is, I don't want you to lean over your knee. Now you can take a knee. I want you to turn to the left, turn to the right. Come back up, switch knees. You feel it here. Nice pop right there, opening up everything, all right? A lot of people will tell you not to take a knee in that position. I'm completely fine with it. Like I said, the goal here is to get that initial lunge for me, and then to get this rotation of the upper torso. So I'm completely fine with you taking a knee opposed to staying up on that knee. All right, now we're gonna stay down here for a bit. Maybe you've heard me say this before, but this is one of my favorites right here. I think I said that already about the hinges, but this might take that. So all we're gonna do is focus on our breathing here. Again, posture and stance is everything here. Once you take in, I want you to start with your head, your eyes facing the ground. You're gonna take a nice deep breath and look up, straight up to the air, bending that lower back. In. Take a deep breath and go the opposite way. Good. I'm gonna turn this way for these next two, just so you can see what I'm doing here. Good. Give me one more. Awesome, awesome. All right, now we're gonna stay in this position. This is a great one. I'm gonna switch my mat around. I'm on these hardwood floors. Now, I want your legs as wide as possible here. Feet flat on the floor, and that's the reason why I'm doing this with no shoes on, and you should too. Because I want you to stretch out everything, including your feet and your ankles. So have those feet flat on the floor, hands right in front of you about shoulder width or a little bit under shoulder width apart. And now we're just gonna sit back onto our heels here. As far as you could. I know this is a real uncomfortable position, especially if you haven't done this before or if you don't practice any mobility training on the regular. Sit right on back onto those heels for me. Taking some nice deep breaths. All right, now we're gonna bring it down to our elbows and continue to do the same thing here. Good. Last thing we're gonna do in this position, we're gonna crawl out. And we're gonna place our hips and our pelvis straight down into the ground here. Really thrust those hips right into the ground. You should feel a nice stretch in your pelvic area. All right, now I want you to raise that chest up high as you could. Breathe. Awesome. You're gonna bring it back. Get on one knee for me. All right, we're gonna start on our right knee. All right, this can be a little tricky, so look at me, but also listen to my instructions. I'm gonna instruct us through this one. Start out, right knee down into the ground, left knee up. We're gonna start with our right hand placed right next to our left foot. All right, you with me? Now take your left hand, free hand, place it right on the side of your left leg. Now again, we're gonna follow our hand with our head. So just follow my lead here. Going up, back down to the middle. Good. Head is following the hand. Give me one more. Now stay in the same position. Take your left hand, place it on the inside of your left foot. Your right hand, which is free, you're gonna do the same thing with it. Head is gonna follow the hand. Awesome, one more. Good, we're gonna finish off with this leg before we move to the next leg. What I want you to do now, nice strong posture. Now I just want you to drive your right knee into the ground. And I want you to raise your posture as high as you could. You should feel a nice stretch and pull coming right from your pelvic area here, shooting down your quad. Press down with your knee and up as high as you could with your upper body. Good. Now take this left leg out now and take about 2 steps forward with that left leg. Right knee's gonna stay in place. 1 step, 2 step. Now, I want you to drive your hips straight down into the ground. Don't focus on coming towards me. It may look like I'm coming towards you on the camera, but what I'm really doing is driving my hip into the ground here. Straight down into the ground and hold it. Awesome. If you feel yourself over your knee, you went too far. I want you driving down the middle of your body here, okay? Bring it back up. Let's go ahead and switch legs, all right? Now we're gonna start left knee down, right knee up, left hand right next to your right foot, okay? Now we're going the opposite way here. Remember, when we do on one side of the body, we must do on the other side. Or at least must attempt to do, all right? Switch hands for me. Last one. All right. Stay right there where you are. Right knee up this time. Drive that left knee down into the ground. Pull yourself up nice and tight. Feel a nice stretch coming through right in here. Nice deep breaths. One more. Nice strong posture. 2 steps with that right foot. About 6 inches. And again, drive your hips down into the ground here for me. Awesome. Hold it. Take 2 deep breaths. And last one. Good job. All right, we are rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this around one more time. Now we're gonna get on our back. I want you to make a T with your body. Try to leave your head pressed down onto the ground or your mat. legs are straight, and whichever leg is not moving up and down, I want you to keep that leg pressed to the ground as much as you could. But just follow my lead, all right? We're gonna start with our left leg. We're just going up, leg straight. Breathe. Go for about 5 here. Now leave it up and come across your body. Try to keep that leg as straight as possible and try to make contact with the ground and come right back up. The opposite foot should maintain contact with the ground. Try not to raise it off the ground, but go ahead and switch legs for me. Again, try to make sure this opposite leg is making contact with the ground the whole time, all right? And your arms for that matter. One more, leave it up. And go straight across. Try to make contact with the ground with this right foot now. Awesome. We're gonna stay down there. Stay down here. Now this time, same thing. I want that right foot, right leg to maintain contact with the ground. You're just gonna pull back, straight on back with that left knee and bring it right up to your chest here. You should be trying to open up all those hips down there. Really pull right into that chest. Deep breathing here. 3, 2, 1. I like to always come up, get a good grip on that knee, and bring it straight on back. Nice deep breaths. Hold it. Deep breath. Come on up for me. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same type of exercise, but now we're gonna take our left leg, cross it over our right knee, and again, pull right up to your chest to get a nice glute stretch here. A little thing I like to do is once I get it in a good position and hold it for about 5 seconds, I like to give it a deeper pull by just simply raising straight up, pulling a little higher, keeping that posture good as possible. Good. Switch legs for me. Feel a nice stretch going through those glute muscles. Good. Good job. Nice deep breath. Pull it up a little higher. Good job. All right. Stay down here for one more. This time, what I want you to do is a basic crunch. Right now we're working on our thoracic spine and getting that mobile a little bit. Cross your legs. This is not a core exercise right now. I mean, it is, but we're not going for abs or anything right now. We're just going for thoracic mobility. I just want you to cross some legs and take your time. Crunch on up. Get that spine just to move a little bit. Nice and slow here. And give me 2 more. Awesome. Crawl it back on up. You should feel good and loose right now. We got 1 or 2 more things. Stay with me. What I want you to do now is nice and tall, nice deep breath. And we're just gonna go and touch the ground as far as we could, okay? Nice deep breath. Good. Notice where you started at, because each time I want you to get a little bit further. If you can only touch your knees, that's fine. Let's try and touch our ankles this time. If you can touch your ankles, go for the toes. If you can touch the toes, let's go for the ground. If you're touching the ground, let's try to go flat now with our hands, all right? Deep breath in. Good. Bring it back up for one last one. A little bit deeper this time if you could. Awesome, awesome. Good job. That's the end of the stretch and mobility routine right there for you. But again, you should feel nice and loose from head to toe. All right? everything should be feeling like it's ready to flow, ready to go. This is a great active recovery day for the rest of your week. So now you can get back and go strong for the rest of the week. And I hope you are feeling as good as I'm feeling. And that's the back end of what a boxer does, all right? Good work, champs, and I'll see you next week.